Oh, hey. Oh, there we are.
Pizza?
Pizza day, Jack.
Come on, Jack. I came all the way downtown.
It's a soup day.
Oh, for Christ's
You know what it is? It's a Neo-Citron day for this guy.
You know what it is?
He
It's
is a
I
dog.
shouldn't be here day. If that's
I said studio or home. You knew I was sick.
Okay, so welcome to the program. It is Barn Burner on a game day Thursday. It is presented by our great pals at Bet365, the world's largest sports betting app. Huge range of markets, Red.
Lots of markets.
One thing I was looking for, I couldn't find, was the
Octopus?
odds of Jack coming in. The octopus bet was great.
Yeah. How did I know you were going to be here, Jack?
Yeah, because Jack did ask if we were coming in studio. I'm always in studio.
He's here. Right.
Brett's going to come in studio. Boom's down at the Dome today. We'll touch base with him in a bit.
I actually thought Ryan was going to be all alone in studio. I'll come down and hang out.
We're such good pals.
Order pizza.
He just had an opening on his friend bus, so I'm going to slide right in there.
Oh, you've been on it for a long time.
There you go. And I didn't know we were going to have pizza today because I didn't think Jack was going to come in.
Don't be ordering me no damn soup.
Anyway, never ordinary with Bet365. Flames and Avs tonight. Helmets on is what Boomer would say. And Jack, I'm sorry, because here's what happens. Red is a huge germaphobe. I've been in your spot before. You want to do your job. You don't want to let other people down. Pre-COVID, you kind of had to come into a place to work. You can kind of do it a little more remotely now. But then you're sick and people are taking runs at you all day. And it's the worst of all
I'm not
worlds.
trying to take runs at you.
No, it's okay. Here's what happens though. When people come here and do the show and I'm not here, it goes to shit every time.
I believe it.
I'd agree with that. But also we got the shots here.
You've also been sick for a few days. So
I just assumed he was hungover and soft, but that and
Oh,
sick
look
is
at
a
him.
tough combo. Eh?
It's been a tough go for the kid.
Just need to go to the Trop for some vitamin J. Get some Jagger in you. That would have been great.
No Yankee beer at the Trop, though. Yeah, you yank.
Yeah, yank.
It is the Avs in town tonight. The Calgary Flames have been a little more lackluster of late. I should tell you, if you want to join the program, the Super Chats are a great way to do that. We always do that. For the Youth Centers of Calgary, YCC. What am I doing after school before my parents get home? Well, go hang at the Youth Center of Calgary. Maybe you pick up an instrument, warm meal, some basketball when it's not minus 27,000, whatever it is. Just a safe place to be after school, hang out, make friends, and then back to home when, everything's settled, ready to rock for you.
Minus 18, 19 feels balmy.
Was it balmy today?
It was very balmy.
Were you considering short sleeves or no sleeves at all?
Jacket open, just cruising.
Yeah. And you got out of your house today. Have you been doing
That's
that
good.
a lot lately?
No. I went and watched the hockey game last night. The Buffs, the Calgary Buffs.
We're talking AAA midget? or
AAA
what?
midget versus the Northwest Flames, I believe they're called.
Yeah, I believe they are.
What a battle. Overtime.
Really?
Sexsmith sets him. I forgot. I was at the far end. I couldn't see who he set up. Nice.
Somebody.
They won.
Buffs won.
Buffs win in OT.
And so your son is on said team, I imagine. You're not just going to watch.
No, this
Really?
This is U18. This is
It's not midget then. It's U18. I shouldn't say midget.
It is.
I don't say midget. I know.
well, you're not allowed to. But
AAA
I don't get it.
U15
We're not
or
saying
AAA
it's a
U18?
derogatory. It's U18.
Thank you. Okay.
AAA.
So that's, yeah. And so there would be.
It was an absolute. I've been in my house. I need to go do something.
Mm-hmm. And so you would have kids that have been drafted into the double already.
I know a lot of the pops, the old folks hanging around watching. So
Lineage kids. They just know the room better,
Mhm.
apparently. Yeah. It is a game day, and I don't know. How do we feel about the Calgary Flames right now? I think
tepid.
you've beaten bad teams, and you've lost to good teams. Is kind of how I would
Talent
describe
has
the
beaten
last
you
little
and
bits.
looked like you can't keep up with it, I guess.
Yeah, it's absolutely been like when Toronto comes in,
Big deal.
big game. Hey, we got this great young goalie. He wasn't great, and they got routed. And if he was great, it might have been close.
Mhm.
But
There's
when
2 goals there that
they're going to face a team that's not dissimilar from Toronto tonight in the Colorado Avalanche, it's swap out a Rantanen for an H's, and you still have McKinnon and Makar to deal with.
yeah, I mean, again, I've watched Colorado since the big trade, but I don't think it matters. And I think Natchez is good.
He's
And
very good.
So it's not, they're high flying.
They are high flying. They're without Nichushkin, without Landeskog, without some defensemen, without their backup goalie. But it's
Is
still
being
like,
without
dude.
Landeskog a thing?
No, but
His
yes.
name's on the list, and he would be a great addition if he was playing.
Do you remember the last time Gabe Landeskog played a game? Because I know you were watching.
When they won?
Hasn't played a
That's
game
the
since.
last. I thought he was coming back. Did he have a setback?
Well, he's been trying to come back, and so that's where this is all at. He's been skating. When we heard about this cartilage replacement surgery thing in his knee, you were the one that said that's not like that is a very
touchy.
long and low likelihood of return. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure the best guy in the world's doing it, and this is a world-class athlete, but it has been a painfully long recovery to the point where we don't even know if he will ever play, even though he's skating again.
When I heard it, because I've looked into it, and it's so new. And anyway, I was like, why? If you're doing that surgery, that's fine, but why are you trying to play?
Yeah, do that for your kids. And
do that for your life,
not,
and
not for hockey.
Yeah. So anyway, he hasn't played. He's not. I don't even consider him when Colorado comes to town anymore. It's not like he's even a.
And it's funny because it was like, oh yeah, we're hopeful maybe mid-season last year, and then maybe the playoffs, and then it's like, no, he's not even close. And this year, like, oh, he's on the ice, and you're like, yeah, but I mean, his knee blows up into a cantaloupe if he skates. Maybe like just because he's skating doesn't mean he's ready to go play 3 and 4 on the road.
Nonetheless, good team.
Nonetheless, good team. And if he ever is going to play, why would you bring him back before April 17, where you have to deal with his cap hit? Just bring him back on April 18.
Yeah, only
if at all.
Yeah,
Nichushkin's the real subtraction right now, in the sense that after his 6-month suspension from the NHL, he still looks like Valeri Nichushkin when he plays, which is a huge ox of a winger of a similar mold to Mark Stone. He defends brilliantly. He's physical. He can score.
Stone's probably really good. I was going to say, is he a Rantanen like too? Like
I would say Rantanen's sort of the way better bet to be a 50-goal offense first guy, whereas Nichushkin and Stone are guys that could get Selke votes as wingers. That's rare, right?
Yeah.
So, that's the big miss for them tonight. What do we know about the Flames? Well, let's get into some of the news, I suppose. We had a pike bomb this morning. Dustin Wolf and net was not the pike bomb. It's interesting. We'll talk about that, but there was a roster transaction today. It's Dryden Hunt. The old Huntster.
He back.
Back up from the American League. Clark Bishop. Bishop. Back down to the Wranglers. Both veteran quad A type guys where it's like, yeah, they're real good AHLers, and nope, not easy for them to move the needle at the NHL level.
Can't quite find the pace at the NHL level.
Yeah, and they could have gone back to Rory Cairns. He's back from the AHL All-Star festivities. They could have given William Stromgren a look, but I think the way that Kevin Rooney's played, they want some guys that can play center ice.
Sure appears that way, right?
Bishop, Hunt.
Old Brune dog is walking a tightrope right now, I think.
Yeah, and Cairns can play center too.
But saying you can play center
at the American League level
and being successful at the NHL level,
totally different things.
Very, very different.
It's a good point.
And also, stepping on you. I think you're gonna go to it anyway. They're going for the playoffs.
Yeah, this is a team that's not really worried about, we should get some developmental minutes for this guy. No.
Hey, let's test out Cairns at center.
Let's make the playoffs is what Ryan Huska's entire game plan is.
100%.
Who helps me the most and when you're probably filling a 13th forward slot, is like, who's the least likely to make a mistake that's going to hurt us?
Exactly.
That's how a coach is going to
don't need to experiment with some kid call up from the AHL and put him at center and have them cost us a draw and a face-off or a screw-up or a pace or whatever, cost us 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
There's a reason Wolf's back in net tonight.
The other news, Wolf is back in net tonight. Dan Vladar coming off a very good game where he lost or where he won against Seattle, and Dustin Wolf coming off a just okay, probably wanted a couple back against an offensive juggernaut in the Leafs. If you ever were going to buck it's Wolf's crease himself for back-to-backs trend that we've watched all New Year, basically, there's a chance here.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating for it, but if you were going to build a case, Dan Vladar has earned just a start on a non-back-to-back situation. Could have done that today.
I think this is it's weird. I just said they don't want to experiment. And I think they trust Wolf more.
Yep.
They want him to be the guy. And here's a test, kid.
Yeah.
We have a chance to make the playoffs. We're going to ride you. It's sadly, I feel like the Vladar asset management piece is not. They're just going to ride him and use him when needed, and Wolf's going to be the guy. And if you can lead us, we'll get in the playoffs. It's a great trial by fire for Wolf. Like,
it really is. So if to contrast this, if they're in the standings where the Buffalo Sabres are, I bet you they're calling up Stromgren or Cairns.
Yep.
And if they're in a spot in the standings where the Buffalo Sabres are, I bet you it's Vladar tonight. It's like, hey, maybe if we get this guy going, we could flip him for a third or fourth. Like, just get him hot.
This guy looks real good against Colorado. Pitches a shutout. Let's find.
Yeah, sure.
Play him.
And so guess where the Flames aren't in the standings? They're not where Buffalo is. They're tied for the final wild card, like right down to the tiebreak with the Canucks, who all of a sudden this feels like scoreboard watching season. They got San Jose tonight.
I know. And they just beat Colorado.
3-rip.
Yeah.
And Demko was great. And they might not be as good on paper, but they're way better in the room with JT Miller gone. We know that.
Exactly. You've improved your status just by deletion of a player.
And not to get too sidetracked, but JT Miller looks great in New York too.
Yeah,
Everyone's
fresh. Let's go play.
Wolf coming off losses has been pretty tidy. I'm just going to recap this here for you. So it's kind of been like December since he took over for this crew. Loses 6-2 to Dallas. Ouch, that's tough. Shutout over Florida the next game. That's good, right? Jeez, Dustin, well done. Shutout. I forgot about that one. Boston 4-3 overtime loss. Bounces back with a win over Chicago. Loses 4-1 to Nashville in January 4. Bounces back with that overtime win against the Ducks. Lost 4-1 to St. Louis. Awesome against Winnipeg. Maybe his best game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Lost against Washington 3-1, where he was quite good. Bounces back with the win over Anaheim. His only back-to-back losses since November have been Detroit and Toronto, his last two. And Detroit was not an issue. They only scored one for him.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, this is their guy.
I remember back, that was Kipper's thing in the if he ever lost the game, he wasn't giving up one or two the next game. That was it.
God, you could write it like if sports betting was back then what it is now, you'd be hammering the opponent under 2 goals after every Kipper loss.
Yeah. Well, do you feel confident with Wolf right now against Colorado? I'm skeptical of the team right now a little bit. They've played so well and done so much, and they're in a good spot compared to what we expected. But their record over the last 6 weeks is 500 at best.
You just look at them in the standings without 10 points. Like, they started the season 5-0. That's still the best run they've had all year. No, they've played better than that in a sense, but I think they're still getting a lot of backups. I don't think they're getting the cred that the standings would imply they should get. They didn't see Hellebuck all year in a 3-game set with the Jets. There's your standings. I mean, what if they go 2-3 in those first 5 games? Well, you're 23-23-7. You like dead on NHL full 500. They didn't. Good for them. And you know what? The Wolf conversation is interesting because the only reason they're there in the standings, or you can see it, their second wild card tied with Vancouver with 59 points, is because of Wolf. So when push comes to shove, we should be surprised they're going back to Wolf tonight?
Nope.
And
I'm just fine with it.
Yeah, me too. I think makes sense, right?
It'll give you the team's going to like the fact that they get to watch them, and to say it's pressure packed is probably a bit of an overstatement, but there is a weight that he's going to have to carry, as in you're the guy that's got to lead us to the playoffs. How does he respond to it, and can he get the job done? And it feels like maybe an unnecessary pressure, but it's not. As a player, you want to be the guy anyway. It's not a pressure. It's how do you perform? Can you handle it?
Yeah, and you're not going to say, "Oh, did he shut out the Avs? That's success." No, it's like, did he give them a chance to win? If they get to 3 goals, will they have a chance to get to overtime?
Did he
or
respond after a tough game in a must win? Is again we might be saying it's must win the rest of the year if they want to make the playoffs, but in games that are big. And this is a big game. I don't think you want to lose. Well, They just haven't played that well. So losing again is you're starting to put more losses than wins, and that's not going to help you.
Yeah, I'm with you. By the way, they've got 2 games till this Four Nations break, and when they come back, it's the Sharks to start. But beyond that, it is a murderer's row. They have a 6-game road trip. Washington, best team in the league.
6 games.
Tampa, Florida, that road swing's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll follow it up with Carolina, the old Southeast Division swing. That's no good. Then into Philly, which will be emotional for Frost and Farabee, your easiest game in terms of standings of your opponent on the road trip. And then, we'll just swing through Dallas on the way home from Philly.
Oh,
6-game road trip, longest of the year.
That's nasty.
And I would say 5 of the 6 cup contenders: Caps, Lightning, Panthers, Hurricanes, Stars. So if
you'll find a lot.
You're going to learn a lot. And again, my only wish for this team, give Craig Conroy clarity by March 5. Because that stretch right there,
when do those games?
You're going to learn a lot.
Got the schedule? Like, when is that?
So 2 of those are at the end of Feb, and then the rest are early March.
So it will be around trade deadline.
Yeah. I mean, I think, to be fair, you might even be at the deadline before that road swing's done. Yeah. And you're only seeing the beginning there of that big road swing. It's 6 in a row on the road. There's a back-to-back in there. There's afternoon games. It's
throwing Dallas in there at the end of that trip.
Oh, I know. Just
wow. Here's a stab in your back. Thanks.
And let's find the date of that Dallas game, because I'm assuming Dallas is going to continue to add at the deadline. Dallas with Dylan Cousins. Great. Something like that, right? So you don't want to start saying stuff's must win, but imagine if you drop 2 points to Seattle on Saturday. It's going to be like, what the hell? God, look at the schedule. Or you come out of the break and.
Well, they haven't been. I mean, again, I think they're around 500 since January. January wasn't.
January, yeah. I mean, okay. They're what, 7-6, I think?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they'll play Dallas on the 6th. That is the day before the NHL trade deadline. Washington, Tampa, Florida, Carolina, Philly, Dallas.
What a
trade deadline the day after.
When do they come back and practice? They must have.
What's funny?
A few days.
I wanted to bring this up. Farabee and Frost. Frostby, as they're known, the 2 best buddies. First practice yesterday. They've had 1 off day, 3 games, and now 1 practice.
Jesus, that's
good.
Well, and then.
I mean, if they're contributing and they haven't practiced yet, this is good.
Yeah. They don't practice anymore hardly at all anyway.
No.
You look at that schedule, you're going, well, you're not going to practice on the road trip.
No, you're not. You got back-to-backs. You're going to be tired. I did want to ask you about the new guys, but first I want to ask you how you're sleeping. Are you okay? Is the stress getting to you? Is your wife sleeping okay? Because I know Dr. Jay Patel at Outdoor Dental, he can help you with that snoring issue.
That might take me over the top, because I got my whoop going and my sleep's been pretty.
So there you are. Pretty good, eh? So if you can remove a little bit of the snoring on top of that, maybe it's the shoveler who's the big winner.
Not joking. 2 nights ago, I fell asleep like this, and I woke myself up with a couple of big honks.
When I go to a massage, I often fall asleep, and then I wake up with they got you in your stomach, which is no good for me. I'm sorry. Oh, geez. And then you feel like a jerk. You're like, I'm sleeping while someone's at work. Sorry. Outdoor.dental, Dr. Jay Patel. Let me tell you about the Soleil laser. Not only do they do all kinds of dentistry with it, but it does help treat snoring. 2 15-minute treatments to increase the tension in the soft palate. It reduces snoring. Also, non-surgical, pain-free. Bang, bang. A couple trips in a month. You're all better. No more snoring, or at least significant reduction of said snoring. Give them a shout. Outdoor.dental is the website. Book yourself in. And the beautiful thing about this, if you got some dental coverage, a lot of this is going to be covered, if not the whole thing. So check them out at outdoor.dental. And of course, also the great dentistry, no needles, no drills, no stress. So check in there. You were there this week, you said?
No. My kid was there this week.
Okay.
I was not in. The shoveler took the young lad in.
Pretty good setup. Just lay back. They got TVs on the ceiling. Just like, yeah.
He wasn't.
Hang out. They always have the peaceful nature shows going, where it's like a glacier floating and there's a polar bear pawing at a seal.
They'll be able to test your snoring right there.
Yeah, that's right. Get a live look at this thing. So yeah, you noted the Flames haven't been playing great. of late, and that is fair and accurate. I might submit the defense in the blue line as a reason why maybe things haven't.
Oh, you're blaming the D again.
Great.
Typical.
Everyone blames the D, eh? None of those forwards are back checking. Always the D's fault. But I will ask you this, Rhett. Which team making the playoffs in the NHL has a left side that looks like this? Waiver claim Joel Hanley, top pair. Jake Bean, who is, probably a 6, 7, 8 around most teams on top 4 with Uyghur. And PTO Tyson Berry, who's not long for this league, but a great human and at the tail end of his NHL career with Braden Pahal.
Yeah, you want to put one of those 3 with Pahal, but not all 3. Like,
you want 2 to be eating popcorn and 1 to play with Pahal.
If we can take, yeah.
Now, Kevin Ball is out and has returned to skating, I believe, as has Connor Zary, but I would assume they're not taking your advice of getting the last game before the break and then going to Mexico.
100% panicking to get cleared.
Not going to happen is my guess. They'll probably try to give them the extra 2 weeks and then bring them back after 4 nations. But until then, you've got 4 points available. That's not a playoff caliber blue line. We know
That's scary going up against McKinnon.
And Makar. And Natchez. And Arturi. Look at
Nichushkin, whatever you call it.
Drouin. Well, yeah, Nichushkin's out tonight, but yeah. No, it's not good. And so if it felt like they were allowing a little more chances defensively, it's probably because they are.
Yeah.
Did Toronto
might be.
Did Toronto have some looks the other night? It felt like they had some looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so with that,
we praised them earlier in the year because they were all kind of mucking it about and being okay. It's not looked that way lately.
No, Ball's been a big deletion. Like he's important because he's capable in top 4 minutes and he's a steady defender.
Mm-hmm.
You need one more of those guys. I floated Alexiak as a curious name yesterday. Not that I'd like them to pay what I think it would take for assets, but the type of player. And Elliot Friedman thoughts article came out this morning. He had some intel on maybe a fit for the Flames. Because you know who just added the defenseman? It was the Vancouver Canucks. They added a Pettersson to the team that already had 2 Elias Petterssons.
We need more.
So they got a third Pettersson. And, there it is on Flames Nation. Should the Flames be interested in Canucks defenseman Carson Soucy? Now, Soucy was a longtime Minnesota Wild player brought in free agency, I believe. Or no, he was actually went to Seattle.
He went to Seattle.
And then from Seattle to Vancouver. And I thought he and Zadorov were a nasty-looking pair last year in the playoffs. Were great. Like size, physicality. Problem is he's been up the depth chart this year and not playing as well. And Pettersson comes in on the left side. And what they have on the left is the exact opposite of the Flames. They've got a log jam on the left side, where the Calgary Flames have some logs.
Can they make a trade, Calgary and Vancouver? Like
this is a great point.
Even if you like Soucy, and I don't know much about it, I remember him. The guys talking about him.
Good size.
Probably is an upgrade.
Oh, for sure on those guys. Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I don't think you can trade Vancouver right now.
And I don't think, more importantly than Connie trading with Vancouver, do you think Patrick Alvin's like, hey, there's one team we need to beat to get in the playoffs?
Yeah,
it's the Flames.
They're weak.
And they're weak on the left side. I can get a second for, let's go. No.
Right?
You trade him anywhere but Calgary.
Yeah.
If indeed he's expendable. This is from Elliot's column this morning. Pettersson was quickly extended 6 years, $33 million. That's 5.5 a year. And now Carson Soucy looks like he could be the odd man out. Elliot notes he was very good for Vancouver in last year's playoffs and effective when Seattle beat Colorado in 2023. Everyone forgets about that upset in the playoffs. It was the Nichushkin off-ice issue number 1. He can help someone. Calgary makes sense, but the Flames want to see some Ilya Solovyov, who, yes, indeed, was recalled yesterday and may be an upgrade on the muck we just showed you on the left side from their last game.
Yeah, we always feel bad talking so poorly about these guys, but I'm praying Solovyov is an upgrade. And
Solovyov is one of those guys where it's like, if you don't notice him, he's having a good game.
Yep,
they could use some of that on the left side.
Yep.
You could use a lot of that. He's a great story. He's Belarusian. He is a guy that what, 6th or 7th rounder?
Yeah, I was.
And he played last year, and you're like, oh shoot, like he's not out of place here. Like he could be a 6-7 today. And he's played.
There's something though, because they brought in Bean and like They must not have trusted, or maybe they just wanted to develop him.
Yeah,
more,
they want to play minutes. So he's been, whoever struggled in the American League, they've put with Solovyov. He's played both sides. He plays with lots of different partners, and he's the fixer back there. He's the quiet guy that settles people down next to him, and he's playing big minutes. Developmentally, that's great for him. And now I expect if it looks good, they'll ride him, and if it doesn't, they'll go back down to the A, and that's a guy they probably can, when some of these contracts peel off, they could envision playing on the left. Like him and Pahal, to me, would be a great third pair.
Well, that's
once we see it.
Just in my brain, I'm trying to figure out why he hasn't been here yet, because since Ball's been out, right? But
AD.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit. If we just said if Wolves playing because they're going to try and make the playoffs, and Conway made that trade for the future, but as importantly for the now. If Solovyov's better and you're playing Hanley and Barry and Bean, no. Yeah. The development part for Solovyov's got to be over if he's good enough. He's got to show that he is. But playing those other guys just because you have them,
yeah,
that's a mixed message there.
And I think it hasn't been that long that Ball's been out.
No.
And you're starting to see, okay, guys are definitely over their skis. Like we came in and talked about it, and they made the recall that day. Not just we have anything to do it, but more just that it was noticeable that they were struggling on the blue line, and they immediately made the call.
Yep.
It's like, in case of emergency, break the glass. Here's Solovyov, and maybe he's not ready yet. But at times last year, I was impressed for a guy that had never played in the NHL. I'd be like, oh, it's actually pretty comfy out there.
Oh, come up and solidify things, please.
Solidify things. Let's go. Come on, man.
Might be asking a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where they use him. I think he'll get in tonight. Sort of what
I hope
whispers
so.
are.
And again, you're not hanging the loss on.
No,
you're just going that.
Like throw that the deep pairs up again.
Yeah,
Jack.
you just look at that. You go, this is not. I mean, that's Brennan Evans against Detroit in the playoffs, right? Like, sorry, love you, kid.
Yeah, like could you come in and do a better job than Tyson Barrie on his offside with what looks like a significant drop in his foot speed of late? Yeah, I think that's an easy upgrade. And if you want to get really greedy, could you jump into the top four and be Mackenzie Weegar's hidden some warts of players. We've talked about it.
Well, that's
Miramanov's played a ton this year with him.
Let's not screw over Anderson or Weegar by having them have to play cover up.
Yeah. Let them play offense.
Yes.
So we'll see tonight what the lineup looks like. Wolf in for sure. And the defense, I would expect Solovyov in. Go get it. Hunt, we'll see. Bishop out, Hunt in. There's the change. Writing it down right now.
Not excited about that. It is what it is.
Yeah. Not as excited about a 30-year-old AHLer, huh?
I mean, the fourth line's got to contribute and do what they can, but I'm not. The fourth line isn't going to be the deciding factor.
You hope it isn't, because if it is, it means they didn't play well.
Yeah.
Hunt's had a great year this year, 40 points in 41 games. If you're around that point per game mark in the American League, that's very impressive. If you're doing it your whole career and you're 30 and you're still there, probably means you're an AHLer, not an NHLer. But I've liked the energy he's played with. I don't think he's a world beater. I don't think he's an everyday NHLer.
It might be better
if you come in and give a little energy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It might be better for the Flames to consider that part of it. I'm going to give you a chance for 3 games, and I'm sending you down unless you're.
It's kind of what they've done, right? Karen's for a few.
Yeah.
Bishop
If you're gonna get complacent at all, we'll get someone else.
Yeah. How's your hearing? It was good. You got tested?
Oh, yeah. I was going to stop in there today. I got to get those.
Because here's the thing. When people notice changes in their hearing, they just wait and wait and wait. It's like we're all procrastinators if it's your hearing. Something about human nature. Whereas oh my gosh, I think I got something's wrong with my eye. We can get this book tomorrow. Let's go see the optometrist. No. Treat your ears the same way. It's a vital sense, Rhett. Hearing Loss Clinic in Calgary is the place you need to know about. They're locally owned and operated, here to help. And it's not just about hearing loss or impairment. It's about empowering everyone to be more socially active, more connected with loved ones, and more confidence in all aspects of their life. This is huge. I watched my dad lose his hearing in his 30s, down to like nothing, isolated all the time. No laughing at jokes, can't hear anything at the dinner table. He had a procedure done, a cochlear implant, and it's like, there he is. He's smiling again. He's back. Maybe it's something as simple as hearing loss that the Hearing Loss Clinic can address. that could turn around what's difficult in social settings to the exact opposite, somewhere you can thrive. People of all ages can suffer from hearing loss, including kids. It is not age specific. And we're seeing some other health issues linked to untreated hearing loss, like dementia, depression. Not good. What do you do? Well, just check in, say hi. 5 hearing loss locations in Calgary, 5 in BC. You've got Cranbrook, Creston, Fernie, Golden, Invermere. Helping you hear better is their way of helping you live better. Book an assessment today, hearingloss.ca. Okay. So on the show today, Arash Madani is going to swing by. He's in the Big Easy. You're going to get your scouting report.
Some beads, yeah.
He does not, but we did find a reporter that was overserved potentially.
No.
That'll be what a shame.
Hurricanes
in the Pinder Report, oddly that noted. And Boom is at morning skate. Have we heard from the Boom cat?
Nothing yet. No.
Okay, because I bugged him and
he'll be on his
yeah,
phone at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then when
let's recap the conversation, how it went so far. Yeah, we can try. My AirPods don't work as well after they went through the wash, though.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes sense. I said, look, just go on your phone. It'll be cool to have you at the rink. He's there today with our Top Shelf Elf contest winner and Connie.
I would have read that as go F yourself, Pinder and the Barn Burner crew.
And I actually, more I read, the more I see that, because then I texted him back and I said, how's 10:30, 10:45? And the message is not read.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, so he's... well, it's weird. He must be having a bad day.
No.
Normally he's he's lovely.
3.5 hours on Afterburner the other. I mean, takes a lot out of it.
That was way too early in the week for an Afterburner record. That's got to be a Thursday or Friday, something we can just...
For a guy that really looks forward to...
Oof.
That set me back for the entire week.
That is true, because Mr. Sicko, if he got one more night of good rest, like another 2.5 to 3 hours...
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary.
Do what I did yesterday. Just leave.
Different as a producer.
Well, how would Boom know? He would just keep talking. He'd be off.
See you, buddies. And then his camera just stays up. He's walking around without his pants later. I don't know. Yeah, you definitely miss some sleep. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Okay. Why don't we do this? We'll get to the Pinder Report. We will see when we connect with Boom.
We're not connecting with Boom, people. So
you've called it, eh?
Yes. My AirPods don't work was a very off.
How is the what's your Bet365 line for this? Is Boom on the show like plus 600?
Yeah.
Plus 1,000?
550. Plus 550.
Jeez, yeah. Not on the show, like minus 1,000. Like,
I mean, we could berate him and hassle or him, and he may, but
no,
I think he was basically saying
what
he's probably stuffing his face. Conroy's probably taking care of everybody.
They have food at morning skate?
Well, if Conroy takes care of the people, he would. I'm saying.
Probably sneaked
flew
down
all the way out to Philly, get boys. He's probably got breakfast for the Boom Cat.
All right.
They got breakfast and food everywhere down there.
They got the chef down there. When did the chef come in?
After I left. They used to bring out food. They started to bring out food.
Just because you dummies were hungover, pale white, just gross coming in after a full shift at Cowboys, and you start feeding you?
Yeah. I think it started out as lunch first, and then breakfast got added.
The Never Hungry League.
Now they just have chefs and people just eat whatever.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah.
All over.
Yum, yum.
Just walking by, grab a piece of roast beef over here, fruit tray.
Want some sushi? Yeah, grab some sushi. Stir fry? Yeah.
And you're just, 5-star hotels, chartered planes. It really would mess you up leaving that club, Rat.
I said to someone last night, my calorie consumption, I can keep that up, but the workout system.
The calorie, yeah. You've been trained well. Let's do the Pinder Report. It is for our good friends at Village Honda in the Northwest Auto Mall and at villagehonda.com. They're your dealership for life. And yeah, Dean's been saying it. The weather in Calgary in the winter is the weather in Calgary in the winter. This is the time to go hit a test drive. Check it out. They've got their demo sales on. You've got 2025s in. They've got pre-owned vehicles. New vehicles are priced at MSRP. But yeah, this is the nasty weather. You want to have a reliable car, and nothing says reliability like Honda. The Ridgeline, the convenience of an all-wheel drive pickup with the comfort of a smooth ride of a sedan. It's the best of both worlds, right? Ranked the interior of the Ridgeline tops in its class for practicality and comfort. And right now, the 2025 Ridgeline Black Edition, a $2,000 Honda bonus, and qualified Honda owners, an additional $2,000 loyalty bonus. Find out more up at your dealership for life in the Northwest Auto Mall Village Honda. Game day. Let's go. Pinder Report. What do we got? What do we got? Helmets on. Okay. Ilya Solovyov up. Can he be an answer for the Flames blue line group? That is, boy, Pike's writing a lot.
He's very busy.
He's got to have strong wrists, eh? All that typing. Doesn't have carpal tunnel.
He's cheating for sure.
He's got AI writing these things. What's he?
Voice to text stuff is easy. Just talk it out.
Would AI be able to write an article, or would it be like, this doesn't make sense?
AI can do anything.
AI can
But would it? But right. So you could
You have
definitely
to give it context. You can't
just say,
say
write me an.
But would it be able to
Yes.
explain where Ilya Solovyov would be in the lineup and how his game would fit? That's where I think it's not there.
if you gave it enough context,
Yes,
it could.
Because remember when Rhett was like before the draft last year, and I understand AI is,
It's
changing every day, getting better and better.
unbelievable.
But he was like, who should the Flames pick of the draft? And it ripped off like some guys in the 3rd and 4th round. Like it was like, no,
Yeah.
you're a top 10 pick. That's wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
That
if you
is
give
incorrect.
it, if you listed the guys
Out
that
of the
could-
list of the top 20 central scouting
Mhm.
players,
Yeah.
who, if you did that, it would
It
give
would be
you
better. Yeah. Fair. More context.
Now, I don't think it would have context as to where the. Well, it might. I don't know. It's so good.
Jack, can you ask AI how
cheating.
Ilya Solovyov's season in the AHL has been and provide stats to give us context?
Sure.
Let's see what it says. We'll give him some time on that. Since he's doing the Pinder Report, I've got him another task.
Yeah, give him
Good work, Pinder.
something. I'll do that.
It is a game day. It's the Avalanche in town. And the homecomings of Cale Makar and Logan O'Connor, two men that brought the Stanley Cup back to Calgary as Colorado Avalanche Cup champions 2 summers ago. There's Weak Dog. Weeks, I really hope we get you a better partner here before you leave. You got a long runway on that deal, but it's been the hodgepodge of 6, 7, 8s he's played with all year. We'll see if the Flames address that at all. What else can we tell you? The Hunt up, Bishop down.
Do you think he's sitting there waiting for the call?
Uyghur?
Yeah.
No. I think
Or
this.
does the call get made then? Or is it just
I see what you're saying.
Dowdy
We
by
will get to
default?
that. We
Okay,
will get to
sorry,
that.
sorry.
Yeah, and I thought you were talking about trades. I'm like, God, no, they don't trade this guy right now. But yes, put a pin in that for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Standings, look, we've shown you. We'll show you again. Tied with Vancouver. Even the tie breaks are tied. Regulation wins. And the Canucks have San Jose. So it kind of feels like you're 2 points behind them right now, doesn't it? Come on, Sharks.
Everyone,
Sharks.
same schedule. It's all.
Play everyone the same division. Colorado lines up as such. Top line looks pretty scary. Marty Nature's has been off to a great start with the club. Playing with McKinnon and Lehkonen. Yeah, I get it. Middlestat, Drouin, and Parsonen. Look better with Nichushkin there, wouldn't it? And the word is Casey Middlestat may be available in trade. They haven't been enamored, but I also don't know who they're sliding into the 2C hole if he's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
since Kadri left, they haven't found the right guy. Johansson came in. Middlestat,
It's a terrible trade by them last year for Bowen Byron. I would way rather have Bowen Byron.
At this point, yeah. At the time of the trade, I think there was the injury concerns around Byron, but yeah, Byron's a stud, man. You were saying the Flames should go get him.
Yep.
Come on, Connie.
Let's
Every day
go,
we do the
Connie.
show. Every day we do the show. Just have someone take
Not
notes.
difficult.
Throw them on your desk in the afternoon. AI can listen to the show probably. Blue line, there it is. Taves and Makar. Get used to seeing a lot of that for the next month. You'll see it at Four Nations. They'll be a pair for Team Canada. There's going to be some.
I don't know who their bottom pair is either. So
Yeah, I think it would be
terrible.
like Parayko and
No, this team.
yeah,
Colorado.
Keaton Middleton and Sam Malinsky. Back of the milk carton guys for sure.
Old Sam Malinsky.
Yeah, they're missing some blue liners right now. Oliver Shillington was supposed to get a lot of time here.
Oh, that's right. He's there kicking
He's
ass.
dealing with a bit of an injury. There was video of him at Backlund's house watching a singing performance from Backlund's daughter in the living room, which is quite adorable.
Oh, that's lovely.
Manson's dinged up. He's been a top 4 defenseman with them for a while. And Poolman's a guy they probably would have as a 6-7 there when healthy. So they're missing some guys.
It doesn't look as scary without.
It sure doesn't.
Right?
And they're not done yet because they did get some cap space in that Rantanen out Nietzsche's in deal, but that is not a gauntlet of a team.
No.
If I'd asked you before we looked at these lines where you thought Colorado's power play was in the league, you're like probably top 5.
Yep.
18th.
Ooh.
Flames have a better power play than the Avs.
Oh.
Not good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the Flames penalty killing will help them.
Yeah, there is that. Flames penalty kill certainly not.
How did we go from the best defensive group maybe in the league last year to this crew? I mean,
I'd love to blame Mark Savard, but he didn't do the penalty kill last
I
year.
know, right? And I'm talking about the D core.
That too, yeah.
Right? Like Tanev, Hannafin, Uyghur, Anderson. That's as good a top
Zadorov
4.
was a 5.
That's right. Like that's as good a defense
Perfect.
core as you can have.
Yes.
And now
power play had an awful start to the year. It's been fine.
Mm-hmm.
22%, 12th in the league.
What's wrong with penalty? Penalty killing is supposed to be easy.
Penalty kill, they're 28th, 5th from the bottom.
That's terrible.
Come on, boys. Work ethic. Block shots, right?
Yes.
Can you tell them to block shots?
Block a shot.
As for Four Nations, some questions about some stars availability with some poorly timed injuries. Rutrow is right for Team USA. Quinn Hughes won't travel to San Jose, who they played tonight. It'll be his 3rd game in a row missed. They did beat the Avs, blanked them without Quinn Hughes. It's impressive. First game in a week for Team USA.
They're rolling the dice, saying we don't need Hughes to beat San Jose. They're rolling the dice.
I don't think he's close enough to go. He skated the other night and then didn't go. And the question now becomes, well, Canucks probably don't want this guy playing Four Nations.
The Canucks are thinking we got to keep him out of the lineup so that he's ready for
Four Nations. Read this quote and then ask yourself what Rick Tocchet wants to happen. When asked about Quinn Hughes' availability for the Four Nations, not even tonight. Well, it'll depend on the next 48 hours. We'll sit down with Quinn and talk to him.
Don't go.
Like every player, you're concerned about safety and health.
I don't give a shit about this make-believe tournament. Don't go. We can make the playoffs and go on a run.
That is Rick Tocchet's position.
I agree with Rick Tocchet.
I know you do. I'm on the Doug Armstrong side. We've been missing the greatest 2 teams in the history of hockey playing each other for the last 15 years. USA, Canada, we haven't seen best on best since.
I would rather win the Stanley Cup than the Four Nations make-believe.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I think it would be better teams at the Four Nations than you're going to see in the Cup final.
You got enough talent. Missing one guy is not.
That's the issue for Team USA, and you can see Tocchet's angling there. You know what he'd prefer.
All the teams. None of these teams want their players going to this shit. No chance.
No, I will say this: owners and players make the money here. It's not going to the IOC crooks in their ivory towers in Switzerland.
They still don't want them going.
The owner probably is like, I'd rather
not.
The
owner is probably, yeah.
The players are like, I was excited for Canada USA, but I'm nicked up here. And man, the Canucks that's where my paycheck comes from, most of it.
What do you mean?
Because I make a little from this tournament. It goes into HRR. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I think they should do this thing in September. They never will because frickin' football in the States. Oh, you can't do it. It's football on. Well, okay. Well, maybe don't do it in the States. Maybe take it to Prague. Maybe make an event like the real World Cup.
The people that are watching hockey are going to watch hockey. I'm not sure. Right. And the people that aren't watching hockey in Louisiana aren't watching hockey in February because football's over.
Canada might be missing their captain, right? Sidney Crosby, all of a sudden, his status is up in the air.
What, is he faking an injury now?
Crosby skated today. There was thought he might not. He did not skate with the regular group today, but he did skate. Four Nations starts on the 12th. That's in 6 days. A week. What else do we got on Crosby? Well, he got hurt. How'd he get hurt? We have images and video.
Speared?
Jack, can you make the noise that Sid's making? Like he's squinting. What noise is that?
That's Jack.
No, that's Jack right
That's
now.
Jack noise
That's
right
Jack.
now.
Sid's like this. Ah! That's Sid right there.
Right in the nads. That's
He's
what
got his chin strap on the wrong spot in his head. His eyes.
That one hurt.
How did it happen, Rat?
Looks a little red in the face. I don't know.
Well, pay attention.
I hate the Canucks.
Pay attention. Oh, got his arm between Holla and some other prick on New Jersey trying to sewer the
Okay, you're
Canadian
gonna have
odds.
to show me that again.
It looks like he kind of gets armbarred in a way here, like the arms flexing between the two guys. Holla and is that one of the Hughes boys? It
Doesn't
might be.
look like anything.
Overextension of the elbow.
Tough enough.
He's like, watch this.
He'll be fine.
Watch this. I'm getting an Oscar for this. I don't want to go to Four Nations. Check the sales pitch here. Ah! I actually think he wants to go.
Well, he'll want to go because at least he's playing for something.
He's got a chance to win a game.
Sitting around Pittsburgh.
How the Penguins doing, Jack? You get an update?
They're shit.
Better or worse than you today?
They're terrible.
They're worse than me.
Oh, that's bad.
And you know what, Jack? You're going to heal up a lot faster than the Penguins are.
Oh yeah,
you'll be better by the weekend.
Yeah,
You'll
you'll
be
be back in the pub.
You'll be ready for the Trop or Saturday. No sweat. You did mention it. I said, wait 30 seconds. I lied. Wait 5 minutes. Is Mackenzie Weegar getting a phone call? And when is the phone call? Monday, we are told, is the phone call. Team Canada will announce Alex Petrangelo's replacement on Monday.
Team Canada announces they will announce.
We're announcing our upcoming announcement.
Hey, we're going to have an announcement.
Announcements.
Make sure you tune in for our announcement about the announcement.
Thanks for coming to our announcement today. We, Team Canada,
on Monday, we'll be giving you the announcement.
We'll have the announcement. Thanks, guys. But, I mean,
I get it.
It's
fine.
You know what's funny, though? What does Mackenzie Weegar have booked probably for Sunday? Like 2 weeks in the tropics, I'm guessing.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
I don't know how long they get off, but
I think he's engaged or newly married or soon to be married.
Matter.
It's like he's on a couples trip. He's got no kids.
No way.
This guy's he's going to get the suite at that resort with the beautiful view over the whatever the thing is. He won't know till Monday if he's going or not. Could you give me a heads up, guys? I kind of had a PJ booked Sunday with some of the fellas.
Me and my teammates have a plane.
I'm on the hook for like 10 grand here.
Saturday
Can you let me
night,
know, please.
After the game, we gone.
Yeah,
I wouldn't answer. Sorry.
Yeah, this
couldn't let me know.
Sorry, wrong number. Hello. Mackenzie.
Hey, it's Lanny McDonald.
Doug Armstrong.
Sorry, Lanny. I'm off to Australia.
Sorry, Lanny. I'm fighting off mosquitoes in northern Saskatchewan. I can't do it. You said no to Lanny. You dog. Tonight's games. Big slate, little slate, medium slate, big slate.
Yeah.
A lot of red in there. I like the red tonight. Sens, Devils, Caps.
I did that the other day. It didn't work.
Carolina, Florida, Calgary. Very good. We'll get to more of these games later on.
Ottawa, Tampa Bay might be.
They played on Tuesday, and they play again. And that is a huge Atlantic Division standings.
Noodles said it was kind of a shitty schedule, though, for...
Yeah, the Sens had just come off a 3-4. And
anyway,
Ullmark was back for the first game. He was fine, apparently. He's soft, eh? Robert was he hurt himself stretching out for a month. Ow. A month? Stretching? What?
It'll happen. Don't do it, folks.
We missed a big one yesterday. Happy birthday yesterday to Don Cherry.
Oh!
National treasure and Canadian icon. Looking pretty good. That goatee's in fine form.
I want a piece of his cake.
Yeah, what kind of cake is that?
I don't know, but there's strawberries and chocolate. Is that
that's gonna have layers?
Black Forest?
Yeah, I think it is. Strawberries on top.
That's good. I like the sound of that.
91 birthdays, Jack. You know anyone 91 years old, Jack?
No, do you?
No. I think my grandfather was around 91 when he passed. That's a heck of a number to get to.
It's a big number.
You get into the 90s, my goodness, that is awesome.
You just got to make it 5 more years, and then AI, along with medicine, will keep you alive for as long as you want.
Yeah, we've been living longer and healthier lives in the last 20 years.
Well, stop eating shit.
Yes. Stores, could you stop selling shit too? That would help us stop eating shit.
It's so easy to eat shit.
Come on, guys.
Come on.
Stop putting that right by the till. I have to go to the till. Now I got to look at it.
Oh, I'm going to say no to that?
It's
Come
right
on,
here. I
it's
can
here.
reach it.
I
Ugh.
got home last night. God dang.
Now-
Kids had a bag of chips open. What am I going to do? Walk by?
You have a couple.
Walk by? No, I'm going to finish it.
And what does Messier say?
I don't know.
Can't have just one.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I finished it.
Now,
Oh, potential fraud. Someone's scamming you.
should we take the fraud call? That's a horrible idea. Because you know what I noticed? If you answer, you get more fraud.
They keep coming. You
They-
got to get that blocked thing.
Yeah, I do like your block thing. It's kind of annoying when I call you, but for you, it must be really
That's
nice.
great.
So if Barnburner sent me to cover the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
how would it look when I came on for a morning hit? on
I
our
don't
show?
think you'd make it. If you
The
want one,
only way I'd make it is if I happen to be walking home
are you still going?
when the show started.
Yes. Are you still going?
These were the scenes from New Orleans earlier.
You were there,
Are we
but
on?
why are you there by yourself? Well, I tried to find them, and I
Are we
couldn't.
on?
Oh my!
Did we
Wow!
show?
Yes,
Th-
we're on
thank you.
TV. Do you know what time it is? Seriously?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning here.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, ladies. They're from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Brooklyn
New York.
in the house. Very
Yeah.
nice. Did y'all have
Thank
a good
you.
night?
Yes, we did.
It was
yes,
awesome.
It looks like it.
I got a
Yeah.
lot of beads, and I got a grenade. Is this called a grenade?
Yes.
Yes. What exactly is in it again?
We don't know. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Get you where you need to go. Yeah.
Well,
you have something.
every time somebody said "Go Birds," I ate a beignet.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, seriously. Thank you, ladies.
You are so
Maybe I'll see you again tonight. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. New Orleans is something, isn't it?
Apparently, I wouldn't know. I was in bed
Is that
to wake
right?
up for the show,
Look
but,
how many beads I got last night.
and I won't even ask what you have to do to get those.
But, you know. So we're at Cafe Du Monde. If you've ever been to New Orleans, that is iconic back there.
It is a place you
Wait, so does that guy work for the news station?
Yes, that's their
He just-
co-host.
and
He
he
just
just
wheeled in. I'm sure they're leaning into it a bit, but that's a hell of a move.
That was amazing. Yeah.
That's great.
If that's-
Maybe see it tonight again, lady. Right.
Proud of that guy.
Yes.
Beignets, beads,
What's a beignet, Jack?
a donut.
Okay, yeah. It's got to be something special about it.
Yeah,
A New Orleans style donut.
it's a donut.
Go Birds.
I don't think it has a hole in the middle.
Okay.
I can't spell it. Or I'd.
Jack has no
or I'd
clue.
yeah,
it's
Jack.
French based word. He's like, how do you spell that? Is silent Q? What are you? No, Jack. That's not it at all. Speaking of the NFL, we've got, this is good.
What?
This ties into the Pinder Report universe. What if we took NFL and Australia, mate, and put them together?
Diving, a somersault to the end zone!
NFL in Australia, Red? We're giving us over a year's notice. And it's in Melbourne at the MCG, which is the largest
I would
stadium in
go
the
to
Southern
that.
Hemisphere.
Who's playing?
Rams, and they haven't announced the opponent. There's some speculation it might be the Chargers, the other LA team. Direct flight to Melbourne from LA is about 16 hours.
No, it's 14 and a half.
From Vancouver, yes.
No.
That's to Brisbane.
I'm telling you, I've done it.
Okay.
I had the old Nintendo that I played tennis on for.
Yeah. The planes go slower these days. Just like our health getting
Saving
worse despite
gas.
more technology, it takes us longer to get the same places. We're flying slower. Oh, beignet.
Don't they look good?
Really good with that.
Hey, Jack.
Frosted sugar.
Man, you kidding me?
Arash Madani at half past for more on the beignets.
Full of beignets.
I hope so. He's not eating beignets. He's missing out.
I'm going to make these when I go home, even though I don't like sweets.
I think he'd like sweets.
Is it a New Orleans thing?
It's a
I
new,
think it
yeah.
is, yeah. You familiar with the background in New Orleans, Jack?
No.
It's got a lot of French influence.
Cake.
Yes, I do know that.
And so beignet, French
Beignet.
sounding word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Hey, I had Jack.
Yeah,
Learn
sure.
all about it.
NFL's going to Australia. Aussie Brad's right there as well. So it's got to be on our 2026
That
calendar.
is a nice tie-in, Ryan.
Isn't it? Aussie Brad right there.
Come
MCG.
on, bosses, you bastards.
Melbourne is my favorite city I've ever been to.
I love Melbourne.
It's
Big
the
fan.
best.
It's awesome.
Live music, sports,
Funny
food,
accents.
coffee,
Oh,
babes, good weather, F1, tennis major,
Aussie Brad.
Aussie rules, cricket,
Aussie Brad.
trigger.
Snakes.
Yeah, the snakes. Yeah.
Ruse.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Spider. Mostly awesome.
Sharks.
Although Melbourne's in that big bay, you can't surf in Melbourne. You got to go just to the coast.
I don't want to surf. I'm scared of sharks.
Bad shoulders. Scared of sharks. Cavalry FC in action tonight against Pumas. They are playing at
Please, Lord,
Starlight Stadium
give us the victory.
in Langford, which is a suburb of Victoria. Come on, Sergio Camargo.
Let's have it.
Let's go, boys.
I got in shit from the shoveler today because I was going to hire I was going to reach out to the boss man, top of the table, Tommy,
Yeah.
about coming out and for a kid soccer type of deal.
Right.
Paid. No, take care of you.
Mhm.
But she's like, did you get the guy? Like it was that easy.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
he may have something to do today.
He's in
He might
another
have something to do.
province trying to beat a Mexican giant.
Jeez.
Pumas very good, but you know what Pumas are not? Used to playing in below zero temperatures
They're
expected in
fair
Victoria.
weather folk.
There's snowbanks on the island right now.
It's been shitty cold out there. eh?
Yeah, this is good for cavalry.
That's good for BC to get.
You think
beat.
the Calgarians are scared with -5? Come on. One of the
Just
guys
said
that
it's balmy and -20. Be
Yes.
fine playing here.
they'll love it out there. I think our boy from Scotland is going. He went no sleeves and everything. He's just practiced yesterday. I'm blanking on my name. That's tonight, 8 p.m. I believe the Ship in Elephant and Castleby. Your best bets downtown and Kildare's in the
Close
south
line.
will be
Get the
carrying
muscles at
that.
Kildare's.
They're
That
really good
garlic bread
muscles,
muscle.
That's true. So this is a cool invention. For those who have impaired vision, watching live sports is like, yeah, you're screwed. You could probably listen to a radio broadcast, right?
Mhm.
But like going to the event, you're like, well, I'm missing everything. And there might not be a more confusing sport to try to see than basketball because of how quickly it changes and back and
Yep.
forth. Check out this invention. I believe it's the Portland Trailblazers that are pioneering this. They're Trailblazers. This is a blind fellow. He's going to walk you through how he watches basketball.
This is how I watch a basketball game. It's all about to change with the one court tactile broadcast. I'm about to watch the entire game through my fingers and my ears. We have a status button that tells me the score, how much time's left, all what's going on, which is really a big deal because I don't have to ask my sighted friend 1,000 times, hey, what's the score, what's the score? And then we have these buttons for tutorials for anyone going to use this device for the first time. So easy a blind man could do it. It uses real-time data with haptic feedback and audio to let me know exactly what's going on in real time. You don't understand. I've been at basketball games having no idea what's going on, like cheering for the wrong team. Let's go play ball! The ball is vibrating in real time and I can follow it on the court here with my hands. It tells me when someone shoots and then if they make it, the hoop will vibrate twice. Let's go! I never realized they even move around the court that fast. This is revolutionary, and the Trailblazers are the first team to adapt this in the NBA. We need everyone to do this. The entire court is tactile, so you can feel every part of it. Like, I'm fully involved in real time. Yo, did you see that? I could watch the game anywhere. We even got another blind user over here, Vic. 2 words, life-changing. One court, one love.
That's pretty cool.
That makes me teary-eyed.
Yeah, you're
that
well
is
up a little bit.
wicked.
Isn't that rad? That's like we're talking about with the hearing loss place. Like, just go. Come on now. Fix your issue. Make it better. Use the technology we have to improve your life. That's pretty cool. How much college swag do you think a college football player gets?
Oh, they're not allowed. They don't do that.
No, because
No.
they're student athletes. They're
Mhm.
they're amateurs. Well, here's a look at just what a Clemson football player will get.
Practice jerseys, 8 pairs of practice gloves, padded girdle, padded jock straps, 2 pairs of workout practice shorts, 2 purple dry fits, practice set of cold weather gear, game set of cold weather gear, practice pants, shell pants, practice sweats, 2 personalized towels, preseason shirt, walkthrough shorts, walkthrough shirt, Saturday travel shirt, Friday travel shirt, 2 snapback hats, beanie, season travel suit, walkthrough travel suit, however many quarterback towels you need, wristbands, recovery tights, pregame warm-up shorts, plenty of bow bands, skull caps, whatever pair of shoulder pads you need, breast cancer awareness gear, pair of gloves for each game, game pants. I don't even know how many socks. 2 pairs of practice cleats, 2 pairs of game cleats, bowl cleats, travel shoes, workout shoes, shower shoes, travel bag, girdles, elbow sleeves, practice helmet, game helmet, orange jersey, white jersey, purple jersey, first bowl travel suit, second bowl travel suit, Jordan travel suit, bowl dry fit, bowl championship shirt, bowl championship hat, more bowl hats, orange bowl shirts, more bowl shirts, bowl travel shoes, preseason hoodie, bowl watch, bowl ring.
Watch?
Man, that's a lot of stuff.
Those amateurs got it good these days.
It's hard.
Get the NAL money now.
Yeah, it's tough going to those.
It's too bad these coaches, man, because now that they're paying the players some stuff, like I saw a guy he's only going to be able to make $12.5 million a year.
Shut up.
Tough.
I wouldn't bother.
Tough times.
If only those endowments would kick back.
Let's go to well, we got the elephants on the show a bunch. People at Big Rhino wanted no more of that, so we've got the algorithm's been rigged. What happens when an angry rhino runs through your town?
Kicks ass.
Well, you run. Get the hell out of there. These guys have like built-in armor. It looks like they're wearing padding.
Waiting till it gets close.
Get out of there. They're tight turns. This was kind of the point Boom was making with the hippo at McMahon Stadium. What? Make tight turns. Oh God, you just done that.
What?
Because.
Yeah, that's scary. Just full panic. That's a rhino.
That's a rhino running through your town.
Jeez. Yikes. You like?
I still don't think.
No, I'm not taking Dean. Yeah,
He'd pop a.
He's not even.
Achilles, it'd be over.
He's not heel striking. I don't like his chances.
No.
I like AC/DC, and I love like fails. Jack, can you remix us a fail with AC/DC, please?
Nope.
Jack?
Huh?
This is the jumping fail with the AC/DC song, Jack.
Are we allowed to play the music?
Probably, yeah.
Are you sure?
Why not?
Sorry, you're just all over the place.
Yeah.
What's this numbered?
94.
Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry.
Oh!
Pretty good.
That could make you die.
How about you die?
When you hit your head, you're going into water and you're unconscious. It's not good.
No, not good at all. You were snowmobiling with the big human?
Me and Reg.
You and Reg, that's who it was. Yeah, Reg, a big
loves to highline or.
No, he had some pals that had a place, so he was going to wave to their camera.
About this one.
Look at the snowbanks. So he's waving high as he goes by. Reg in the front.
Off the rookie.
Heads.
What are you doing?
Pay attention.
It's like
tailgating. What are you doing? Give him some space.
Those things are dangerous.
Have you seen these virtual reality goggles in use? Like,
yeah.
Well, you can play golf with them, right? I just hope that. Oh, that was close.
Get on the green while you're at it. Jeez. Very good shot there.
Oh, dear. Jack, be ready to cut away from this. Jeez. Rat.
PETA.
It's not his fault. This might be a better PETA claim because I know they're worried about the fish.
Smelt?
This is the shoveler's new outfit. You got her. She's going to wear it on Valentine's Day. With that
yeah, it is. It keeps me away.
That's a smell great. There's her purse. Love it. She's owning it. Look at that strut. Good work, shoveler. Don't put her by the kitchen. You never know. The dress might get sliced up and thrown into something.
You have too much time on their hands. Way too much time on your hands. Jack's giving you a thumbs up.
Oh, do we have a rash? Amazing.
Can't make it.
That was the Pinder Report for Village Honda, our good friends in the Northwest Auto Mall and online at villagehonda.com. Let's get to the Crystal Waters guest insider hotline, a bonus Crystal Waters hotline today as we head down to the Big Easy for Sportsnet's Arash Madani, who is covering the big event and has been there all week. Arash, how are you, buddy?
What are you jokers up to right now?
Well, we do this thing every day called the Pinder Report, and we essentially watch really dumb viral fails for a few minutes and make fun of people. You know,
I
us.
got
We're
you.
just
No,
it's always positive.
When you get into the green room a little later and you miss the beginning. You don't
This is
quite know what's
true.
happening sometimes.
Yeah. Did you like that fish dress, or a pass for you on that?
I will pass, but thank you very much for asking. Thank you for valuing my opinion.
How is New Orleans? When did you get down there? And Rhett and I have never been. I mean, paint us a picture of the city. It's apparently a one of one city.
It is a one of one. I think this is a city you two would both thrive in. Like this place, Rhett, would make Nashville blush. This is a rules-free zone. I'll tell you that much. It is something. And add Super Bowl on top of it all. Everybody was saying it's going to get crazy on Thursday. We arrived here on Sunday, and I was like on Bourbon Street. I'm a dirtbag, and then I'm offended. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even imagine what Thursday, Friday is going to be, and here we are. So we'll see how this whole thing shakes down.
We were looking at a beignet. Have you had a beignet? Can you tell us what a beignet is? Some sort of a donut thing?
Yeah, I may or may not have had two for breakfast today because, you just want to make sure the first one's okay and the second one lives up to it. Like the freshest, tastiest sprinkled donut thing you're going to have. The ones that we had this morning, cinnamon filled. So don't come down here on a diet. I'll tell you that much. And don't come down here. If you're doing dry January, this ain't the place for you either. I'll tell you that much.
So come hungry and thirsty. That's what I'm hearing.
You know what? If you leave, if you come here for New Year's, you're going to leave with your New Year's resolution being, I'm going to take up smoking. That's what I'm going to do. That's the kind of town New Orleans is.
Seems like the thing to do.
Seems like the thing to do. Yeah,
There's
I want to fit in with everybody.
Again, we've never been, and there's lots of great cities in North America, and the Super Bowl moves around a little bit. Is there any better place than New Orleans to have it?
It's just an event town, like big time college football games here, major sporting events. This is the host. Like they have a million hotel rooms. The downtown is confined. The food is great. The drink is great. The options are plenty. Everything's walkable. They just know how to do it. Like it's a turnkey kind of thing. So it makes once you spend a little bit of time down here, it makes a lot of sense why they continue to come back here.
Yeah. The game itself also should be spectacular. It's a matchup we've seen. It's a legacy game for one team and maybe a statement for another team. What do you make of the matchup and how excited are you about it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, fellas, it's crazy. Go back last year. I didn't think KC had any business beating Buffalo. I didn't think they had any business beating Baltimore. I thought San Francisco was the better team coming into it, and there's Mahomes with all the confetti flying on him at the end of overtime when push comes to shove. Now you come this year, and I thought the Bills were the better team in the AFC title game. I think Philly has the better offense. I think they're more explosive. I think their defenses, like their defensive line, is out of this world. And everything logically tells you Eagles. Except how the hell do you bet against Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones? Like they're the four constants through this entire run. And, like Saquon Barkley might win NFL MVP tonight. Might. We don't know. These dudes, Kansas City, have not allowed a 100-yard rusher in 18 straight playoff games. It's just like none of this stuff makes sense, and yet, like, they're still here.
Yeah, they had the most unimpressive, 13-1 start I've ever seen. There was
15-1, Pinder.
Yeah, I just mean down the stretch, at least they started to cover a bit, which isn't everything. But, I mean, they had the Raiders had them beat, and then it was a blocked field goal with no time. And there was a lot of very bad teams that almost beat the Chiefs this year, but they seem to have that. We'll be as good as we need to be. As long as we get the ball to Mahomes with a minute left, we're going to win.
As a Bills fan, it's very reminiscent of the Patriots, where, the Bills weren't battling with the Patriots at the time, but you hated the Patriots. They rubbed it in your face as a Bills fan, and they were too much and too good, and you got disgusted with them. But by the end of it, you had to respect what are they accomplishing here? This is unbelievable. I'm getting to that point with the Chiefs. I hate them. They keep beating us, ripping our heart out. But damn, are they good?
Like, you think about it, the 70s it was the Steelers, the 80s it was the Cowboys. The Niners. The 90s it was the Cowboys. The 2000s and the 10s, they had two separate dynasties, New England. And now in the 20s, it's KC. Like, they have three. This is the fifth they've been to in this decade, and it's 2025. Like, this is the stuff, like, this is like what 90s Jordan was. Like, and here's the other part. And I think, Rhett, as an athlete, you'll appreciate this. Like, it feels like Patrick Mahomes has been around for a long time. And he kind of has in our kind of lexicon of watching. The dude isn't even 30 years old yet.
Yeah.
He is 29 years old. Like, in every single metric category, if you compare their first 7 seasons as a starter, Mahomes versus Brady, Sir Patrick is better than Tom Terrific in every single category that matters for quarterback.
It's crazy
It's
because
wild.
we watched the end of the Brady thing, and it's like he finally got all his flowers. To Rhett's point, as much as everyone shook their fist at him, and the TB12 thing, the trainer, Deflategate, Spygate, all that stuff at the end, you're like, yeah, that's the best player we've ever seen in the NFL. Kids, you'll probably never see anyone like him the rest of your life, and then there's Mahomes, who's on track to do more. It's incredible.
And the amazing part about it is, like, the seamless passing of the torch that it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mahomes, KC's lost 3 playoff games in this era. One of them was to Brady and the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. They lost to Cincinnati in the AFC title game. And they lost to Brady and New England at the beginning of the rise. And there was, like, an offside penalty late in the game that cost them. But it was like, just as Tom was kind of sailing off in the sunset, the torch was passed, and then the next great one was here. You don't get that in sports. Like, that doesn't happen that way. And that's what's kind of made this story even more remarkable, too.
Is it, again, because it was Brady and Belichick, Gronkowski? There was a base there, right? Like, is Mahomes the same without the guys that... When you dig into it, you go, Andy Reid and the coaching staff, unbelievable. But on the surface, it's Mahomes and the players that get all the attention. Is Mahomes the same thing without those coaches? I guess is the question I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, who knows? But it's very similar from the standpoint of you have that one constant, for Brady in the second go around of the dynasty. It was Gronk as his kind of main target. And who else? Danny Amendola came and went, and Julian Edelman sure was there for a little bit. But, like, there was a James White along the way as his running back. We could go through the list of, like, the laundry list of players. We're at Media Day the other day. Like, Xavier Worthy's a rookie who was a non-factor the first half of the season. Isaiah Pacheco is a 7th-round pick who's, like, in and out of the lineup. They're doing it because of the coach and the quarterback. Like, what the quarterback is, it's one thing for the coach to draw up whatever he wants to draw up, but for the quarterback to be able to execute it in so many different ways, that's what's wild.
I'm really curious to see how well Philly could run the ball, because they're going to be able to do it to some extent. But can they run in the interior? Do they have to run outside? Because when Saquon gets loose, you can really see a path to a Super Bowl for that team. When he gets going, they blow teams out. Will they be able to do it against this Kansas City defense, which has been very good against the run?
So 2 things there. On the like, if this game's a blowout, to me, Philly's winning by 2-3 scores. Easy. Okay. If it's close, how do you not give advantage Kansas City?
Totally. Yeah.
You know, like to me, because Philly's the better team, that's probably the pathway. And here's the other thing about KC. They don't make mistakes. They haven't turned the ball over for like 8 straight games. They don't make stupid penalties. They don't commit stupid penalties. The Saquon thing's interesting because we're used to the home run shots that he has, right? The 60-plus yarder in the snow, the opening snap against Washington. But the underrated part about Saquon is this dude is built like a truck. Like I was up close with him yesterday. I'm like, wow, he is a load. And Nick Sirianni, the second half of the season, Saquon didn't practice Wednesdays and Thursdays. They're like, we just got to get your body right again. And I just asked Barkley yesterday, I said, hey, man, like when you're able to run the football with the effectiveness that you guys have this year, what does that do for an offense? He's like, it's not what it does for an offense. I'm like, you know, like the attitude it gives an offense. He's like, it has nothing to do with that. I'm like, well, what is it? He said, it takes the will of the defense away. And I'm like, gotcha. And there's some reality to that. Now you got to deal with Chris Jones. Now you got to deal with athletic linebackers like Drew Tranquill and George Karlaftis. Now you're going up against Steve Spagnuolo. And this is what I think, guys. I don't know where you stand on this. I think Spags is going to be like, we're going to try and shut down Saquon, and we're going to make Jalen Hurts beat us.
Yeah, I totally, because here's the thing. If Saquon can run the ball, this thing's over.
Yeah.
You have to take the run away or at least try to.
Yeah, and the longer Saquon's grinding out yards, the less time Patrick Mahomes is on the field.
Yeah, no, that's the matchup for me, Rhett. I mean, and look, it's more, you know, there's more nuance to it than can they run the ball or not. You're going to have to find ways to run where those linebackers and Jones aren't. So, yeah. And then there's that cat and mouse, right?
Right. And so if it's going to be, let's let Jalen Hurts try and beat us, and let's try and secure the edges and the perimeter and, you know, try and contain Saquon, that means the middle of the field's wide open. And I think the best tight end in football in terms of finding and feeling space is Travis Kelce. But I would put Dallas Goedert as a 1A to him.
Really?
Like, I think this is going to be a game where Dallas Goedert can go hunt and Dallas Goedert can go do work. And the reason why he and Kelce are so good is they don't stick to what the playbook says. They have such a chemistry with their quarterback. They work out in the offseason together, et cetera. It's like, all right, if the route tells us to like continue on the break, if I'm kind of making this route and I see that I can just stop here on a dime at 9 yards, I'll stop here. Jalen will find me, and then my yards come after the catch. You see a lot of that with Kelce and Mahomes. I bet we're going to see a bunch of that with Jalen and Goddard on Sunday.
Arash likes the Goddard anytime touchdown prop.
Arash likes Goddard 2+ touchdowns at 40-1.
Ooh, 40-1.
I mean, I'm a degenerate. Like, I'm looking for any kind of edge, you know, like red zone touchdowns, like break one off. Sure.
I like that. What else is of note? I mean, we understand the implications here of winning 3 in a row. You've now done something that just doesn't happen in modern sport, never mind in the NFL. Like that would be nuts.
Yeah, that would be nuts. Like, think about all the players, all the teams, all the greats. Never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not Montana and the Niners, Bill Walsh, not Tom. Here's the other thing I find, and I don't want to kind of beat a dead horse with Saquon, but like, Rhett, you'll appreciate this as a player. Like, it felt like a couple of years ago, the idiots in the football establishment were dead set on colluding against running backs and their money.
Yeah, they're not worth it. It's a waste of money. Don't invest in running backs.
Dime a dozen, plug and play. Anybody can do it. You know, they had their mouthpieces and their water carriers just saying, whatever, the running back, whatever. And now look at this year, the best of the best. Look what Derrick Henry did.
Yes.
Look what Saquon has done here. They have changed, reset the running back market. Like, the Giants wouldn't pay Saquon $12 million. That's what the 10th highest paid safety in the league is getting paid.
And they paid Danny Dimes like 40 a year or something stupid, 30 plus. Like,
the hell are you people doing? Saquon has humiliated, like, what do owners hate? They hate losing money and they hate being embarrassed. Well, Saquon has humiliated the Giants. He has shattered the myth that running backs are just irreplaceable. He has reset the running back market along with Henry and Christian McCaffrey. And here we go. I think that's a big part of kind of the narrative of this week and the importance just on how football works, how football goes because of it.
I always laugh about it because football, it's huge. And in America, kids want to play in the NFL and they know, like, and to be the quarterback of an NFL team. And then you got guys.
How about the quarterback of your high school team?
Exactly. But my point being that it shouldn't be. How do NFL teams that have all that money and they got to put all this time and effort into everything, how do they screw up we let Saquon Barkley go? Or how do they screw up? We've got a I mean, Mahomes is a pick and he was awesome in the first round, but they draft quarterbacks over and over and they don't turn out. Is the game just that hard? Or how? I've never understood how the NFL.
Come on, Red. How many different teams did you play for?
3.
How many different GMs along the way?
1.
How many different coaches along the way? How many different talent evaluators and scouts? And how many of them had a clue? And how many of them were just politicians who were just angling their way to try and survive? People ask me about the Jays right now. What's going on? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know why we think these people know what they're doing because they're in year 10 and they haven't won a playoff game yet. Just because somebody's sitting in the big chair and just because everyone's watching and playing and attending games, whatever, the underbelly of sports, man, like it's the exact same. I don't care if you're playing on the coast in Newfoundland. I don't care if you're the Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants. Like it's the same nonsense everywhere. And I swear to you, if there wasn't a scoreboard, they'd tell you, man, everything's going swimmingly here. We're, our process,
really good at
collaboration and our values.
Nice words.
Just, brother, like you let Saquon walk for nothing. Like you don't deserve to be fired. You deserve to be shot out of a cannon. Like what is wrong with you?
It's well said. And yeah, like I think the scale of the NFL is what Rhett finds fascinating. Like it's just because it's not a $5 billion league like the NHL's grown into. It's like 30. You're like, how? But it's true. They still pick Ryan Leaf at 1-1.
All it does, Arash, I love your answer because all it does is
reinforces your belief.
We can run this shit, no problem.
Sure.
Just get the title.
Sure.
I'll still wear a hoodie. I'll cut my hair. We can do this.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how things go. Like the Buffalo, your beloved Buffalo Bills, right? They take Elam in the first round a couple of years ago at corner, and it turns out their 6th round pick at that position is better than the first round pick.
Yeah.
Like you have how many human beings who have made the decision that that's the pick. That's a first round pick.
Yeah, and again, projecting young men as guys in their prime in their mid-20s.
But again, I'm not to be a jerk.
But happens all the time.
They're older. NFL guys typically, you know what I mean? Like it's
22, 23, sure. Yeah.
It's not 17-year-olds.
Not boys, yeah.
And not to get too far down the path, but this is the one thing that I think is of everything that goes into a draft. I think the hardest thing to do, and I know they do these psychological profiles and they have these like interviews and meetings, but
the Wonderlic, whatever, sure.
Yeah, because all these guys are being prepped by somebody on how to handle these interviews.
Right.
It's what happens to a 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old who comes from nothing when they suddenly sign with a $7 million signing bonus.
Yeah.
When they leave middle of nowhere, Tennessee, and land, boom, in the middle of Beverly Hills playing for the Chargers and the Rams. What becomes of them? I think that's wild.
It's true. And it's like, is there a crazy uncle? Is it a brother? Is it a girlfriend? Is it an agent? Is it his financial? Like, there's so much that can go wrong there. That's totally, it's the money, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to ask one last question.
Go. Yeah.
MVP, who's your pick?
If Kansas City wins, to me, it's Mahomes. If Philadelphia wins, to me, it's got to be Hurts. I know those are easy ones, although there might be a sprinkle on a vignette on Goddard at 100-1 for Super Bowl.
I've already put the bet in, Arash.
Yeah.
Multi touchdowns. I found 50-1 for Goddard. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go.
$2 to 100. Let's go. Very good. Hey, thanks so much for doing this. Very kind of you to share some time with us. Paint the picture of the Big Easy. Rhett and I now need to go. We also just played the NFL going to Australia in 2026. Get on that assignment. That's a banger.
Yeah, no kidding.
In 2026.
No kidding. Wasn't the CFL going to have global expansion and take over pro football?
No, they just wanted like a German punter on the practice roster.
Right. There you go.
It's 3.0.
Really
sure. See you, buddy.
Enjoy Sunday, boys.
Thanks.
Thank you. There's Arash Madani of Sportsnet live from New Orleans. Very nice of him to join us. Good dude.
Very good dude. Love talking.
I feel like I know New Orleans more than I did before. Too.
Well, I'm again tempted to get my ass down there.
The Bills really screwed you on this one.
They did.
Because I have a strong sense, would be there if they were there.
The Chiefs screwed me. Yeah.
So go Birds. Yeah, football season's over.
It's over. I like that.
There is one more thing I'd like to tie in from the clip 99, Jack, if you don't mind, because it is the Super Bowl weekend. We'll be wheeling in from rural Alberta from a hockey tournament, probably arriving to a warm home just in time for kickoff. But many others will have all day to prep. And we'll have all day to get the food right. Don't screw up your Super Bowl nachos.
Super Bowl's coming up and nobody wants to eat your shitty fucking nachos.
This is how you make them properly.
Don't fuck it up. Cilantro, tomato, sweet onion, green onion. Chop them up, put them into a fucking bowl. A little bit of salt. Cheddar, mozzarella, a fuck ton. I know cheddar isn't supposed to be orange, but it looks better. So fuck you. Nachos go on. Whenever you make nachos, it's always about the width, not the fucking height.
Cheese.
More cheese. And more cheese. Pickled jalapeno. Black beans. Oh, you don't like beans? Shut the fuck up. Make little piles of pulled pork. Oven. Until the fucking cheese is melted. Oh my God. Dollops of guacamole. And then we put our little fucking vegetables on there. Cup of salsa on the side. And that's how you make proper loaded nachos.
Oh, it's aggressive, but I don't disagree with anything he's saying.
Disagree. And it's so simple. He lays it out pointedly,
pointers, yeah.
simply.
It's not hard.
Achievable.
How many ingredients was it?
Not that
6?
many.
Chips.
Do it.
Pulled pork, and then it's just like slice some veggies, throw on some stuff out of cans. Not hard. The key point there, spread them out, don't stack them up. Such a rookie mistake. You see it all the time. Nobody wants bald chips at the bottom of a nacho tray.
A pyramid is not the shape for your nacho platter.
Think of it as like buying land, not building a house.
Yeah, spread out. Big over everything. Yeah.
A quarter section here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the best meat on a nachos?
Yes.
Anything?
Well, the pulled pork was interesting. I hadn't seen
Pulled pork
that.
is good.
It's really good.
It is good.
But ground beef is wonderful. I don't mind chicken.
I like taco beef. Yeah.
I did some steak ones last week.
Really?
It's good.
Ooh, fancy boy.
He's so rich.
They
God,
weren't
he's
expensive steaks.
Rubbing it in our face every day.
So rich.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Maybe you're also rich, or you're about to be because you're entering the Service Big Share contest.
That's how you pay for it.
Because it's in full swing now. It's your chance to win $1 million. Maybe when you're like Jack, after winning $1 million, you too will put steak on your nachos and then into the oven. Everyone can enter by becoming a member and saving with Service. Every $500 that you save gives you 5 entries into the Service Big Share contest. Excuse me. It ends on April 30th, so you got a little bit of time left. Let's get on it. Skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. You can double your entries when you throw some cash into a registered account like a TFSA or an RRSP. Set up your paycheck for automatic deposit. That's easy. You're getting it. You may as well send it into the account, get some more bonus entries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fast track your savings with a high yield savings account. You know, when like you got money in the account, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you 1 penny interest." Well, more than that.
Screw me.
I see what you're charging me when I'm late on. What do you mean 1 penny for a month? High yield savings account. No pennies. Invest in a GIC as well. Service other promotions as well. Great interest rates, term length. Get those entries in. It is the Service Big Share Contest. Your chance to win $1 million just by saving money. Then you can put steak in your nachos.
Again, like the nacho guy. Very simple.
It's easy, guys. Not hard. Not hard at all. The other thing with Super Bowl Sunday, you know who's not going to screw up nachos? Our pals at Richmond's.
No, you can go over there.
Trust them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to guarantee they're not fully booked. In fact, knowing the reputation with all the big screens, all the great food and bevy, it's probably going to be tough. But maybe, you know, a friend, maybe you could sneak in the back door. Not encouraging that.
Don't call me. I'm not helping you.
Don't call Red. He's not a member of good
Take care
standing
of
there.
myself.
You paid that bill?
Yeah. Disgusting.
Richmond's pub will be absolutely jammed. And you know, it's not just Super Bowl. All the Flames games, they got the audio on. They got the horn going. Blue Jays season opener. I think we might have to do some sort of a live stream there. I don't know if Jack's been around for the Pinder opening day stories.
I do. You do go up.
Opening day is the best. It's the best. Baseball's back. I love baseball. There's too many games to watch. There's 162. But there's always these absolute tentpole flagship days where it's like, this is a baseball day. Opening day is one. Canada Day is another. Like, there's just days that it's like baseball day. And so you drink a pint for every inning and shots for home runs, and you go.
I still say we should be at the game, but whatever.
If you can't, you'll be at Richmond's. They'll take care of you there. Also, Four Nations coming up. If you're watching sports and you're out, you better be at Richmond's. It's kind of the bottom line here, right? What do we got for bets?
I didn't do bets today. I forgot to do bets.
Well, I literally
bets.
Did you see when I went to my phone talking to Arash?
Quick, yep.
I was not bored. I was literally hitting the multi-touchdown Dallas Goedert. It is a great point he makes. Like it's stop Saquon at all costs, and then the middle of the field opens up a bit for the tight end. Yeah, like it. Bet365. It's our pals. They know what they're doing. We're talking about the largest sports betting platform on earth. The whole world, universe, galaxy. Bet365. Open an account today, and you can bet on a huge range of markets, including Dallas Goedert to get 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl if you want. Or Octopus. Dallas Goedert, Octopus.
He might do the Octopus.
You might do the Octopus. Other bets that I love today.
Oh, I like this.
Not often you see 2 good teams play a back-to-back and one team wins them both. It's usually a split. Sens lost 4-3 on Tuesday. We'll see if they can turn this around here. Olmark came back. Lightning are good. Good little battle for positioning in the Atlantic. One of these teams likely wins the 3 seed. Kind of feels like Florida and Toronto are going to be the 1-2s. If you haven't, by the way, got the Bet365 app yet, use the code NATION when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The other bet in there was the Dallas Goedert. I'm going to probably have to do a beignet sugar sprinkle on the single touchdown for Goddard too, or maybe the first touchdown.
I thought you actually meant for a Super Bowl.
Well, that too, yeah.
Actually,
if you make them, I'll find a way to swing by. If you're making beignets, damn. So Flames tonight, Avs. How you taking it in? Are you going? You're gonna?
Nope, I am not going. It's downtown, and Conroy didn't invite me, and
you invited Boom, not you. Yeah.
Alumni is not taking care of me, so.
We are waiting for Colorado. Like they're not in a different spot in the standings in the Flames. You know
they
what I mean?
are. Like the Flames and Canucks are within striking distance of Colorado.
Yeah, like if Colorado stubbed their toe and just shit happened, we lost 5 in a row. Like
got standings.
Oh no.
Ooh, close up.
Jeez, that is close. How's the dome?
There you go.
It's freaking cold, boys. What's
new
better?
haircuts? New hair?
Is this better?
The new haircut?
We're just hacking on you, man.
No, I barely have any hair. It's sad story.
Looks good, I was just gonna say. Yeah.
I'd put a toque on if I could, but how we doing, boys?
Great. We just had Arash on from New Orleans. He's explaining what a beignet is. He said
the beignet.
We'd fit in there. He said it'd be a city that we would do well in.
Shit, yeah. I said it yesterday. I'm jealous of seeing everybody eating food, having gumbo and beignet. Oh.
He also said you'd have to come thirsty and hungry. And if you were there for New Year's Eve, your New Year's resolution would be to pick up smoking. It's that kind of city.
Oh, I love darts. I do love darts. You know, I was thinking about this because I said this yesterday. Oh, I want to go to New Orleans, all the food and that. Fucking Warner, if you and I went to New Orleans, we wouldn't even get to the game. That'd be totally us. We'd go to New Orleans just getting hammered and full of food. Well, where's your seats? Seats. I'm not going to the game. It's on TV, I'm sure, somewhere. There's got to be a restaurant or bar that's showing the game. But everybody misses you guys down here at the Dome.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah, we always.
Yeah, ever say hi to Pinder. Say hi to Retro. How's Retro? Oh yeah, talking with Depot and Obi. Connie's putting on a show. Hey, how about this? You want a little? So what was happening today? And I'm sure maybe you talked about it or whatever. We had the auction prior to Christmas. Auction item coming. You're gonna get tickets to the game. But in the morning, come to Morning Skate. Watch Morning Skate with Craig Conroy. Who wins it? Sean, our buddy from Crystal Waters.
No, come on.
His buddy comes along. His son used to date Connie's daughter, so they knew each other. They were thick as thieves.
That's amazing.
Lots of great stories, shooting the shit. It was a good time. Connie's the best.
He is the best.
And
is he gonna get a defenseman?
Yeah.
Well,
who was Solovyov skating with? Did you pay attention? I don't want to get too nerdy on you, but
doesn't look like Solo's getting in tonight, buds.
We're hoping he was.
Looks like Hanley's going to be in the top pair with Rasmus.
The left side is a tough look right now.
Yeah.
You want Hanley, Bean, and Barry down the left right now, and Barry's not even a lefty.
Yeah. No. I think Miro's going to get back in.
Okay, so
on
then
the right side with
Uyghur will slide in then to the left.
With Wiggs and
they missed that ball, fella.
Well, and another guy that's going to play tonight that maybe they could use is Oliver Shillington. Looks like he's going to get in for the Avs tonight.
As a forward or a defenseman?
Come on now, don't be that
seriously.
way.
Are you saying
he made his debut?
Who could use them?
Well, Flames. I mean, use some defense.
Yeah, bring him in.
Anyway, Shillington's going to play. He's been injured, hasn't played a lot. You're going to see him tonight. And it looks like McKinnon and Makar and these they're going to play too.
Nichushkin's still out. No Landeskog. Yeah.
Nate Dogg's got his Canadian gloves and stuff on, getting them broken in for the big Four Nations. He must be so pumped. So excited.
I can't.
I know talk it is.
I can't do it with you guys on this tournament. Yeah, talk. It's like, yeah, we're gonna talk to Quinn. Well, the next 40 hours, we're gonna have a real big talk with him, and safety and health are our biggest concerns. You're like, here we go. Don't put this in the middle of the season, you dummies.
I'm just glad that there's one or two more of these Flames games. Let's get done with these, and then we can go head first, dive right in to some Four Nations, a frenzy, a fiesta.
Face-off.
Football will be out of the way.
Get it done.
Nothing to distract us.
Man, I am to really deep dive, boys? Next
when
week?
Can I expect your vacation request?
We should all take a team and analyze it. Do the homework.
We should do an Andrew Walker team profile for each of these teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, who do you want to cover?
Yeah, Jack, which
I'm
nation?
on the Americans.
Americans?
I'm going to take Finland because I just want to. Yanni Hakanpää made
I'll
this
go
team.
Sweden because I love
the
the Scandinavian people.
You love blondes.
They're good people, yeah.
Yeah, you love blondes.
That leaves you in Canada.
That leaves Canada for me, eh?
Well,
all right.
You look Canadian, Dean.
Do I?
Right now, you look like a
truck.
Canuck. Yeah. Actually, you look like you could be driving a truck, like a trucker, like a big rig.
Yeah.
It's the way of the roads, bub. Piss jugs. Yeah.
Well, at the rate this thing's going, it'll be some maybe more a courier driver, maybe some Uber.
Yeah, fleet van kind of thing.
That's right. Yeah, that'll be.
Look at the technology we have. You could be doing two jobs at once. Two jobs, man.
Retro, this is no bullshit aside. Matt Stagen is out with the boys doing the morning skate. Say hi to Retro. How's Retro doing? Oh, he's good. But Depot in the equipment. Oh, where's Retro? Hey, say hi to Retro. But he loves Retro. You should feel good about that.
You three should appreciate that and start to Show the same respect.
Yeah. You would think that's how it should work, but
you should recognize.
You missed quite a scene this morning. It was amazing. Jack walks in, and I'm usually here like 8 to 8:10. Kids try to drop school. He usually wheels in around 9 somewhere. He is dragging his own corpse in the door, coughing, sniffling, gross. Rhett walks in the room, hears one cough, gives him a scowl. You should have stayed home. Turns around and does his rounds on his phone in the office in the back. Didn't want to be in the same room. Nope. Shouldn't have been here. He's sick.
You know what, though, Rhett? It's a good thing you're like a model. You're a picture of health.
I got to go home and do my nebulizer now. I got to do some nose spray.
Yeah.
It's risky.
John Abbott says hi to you, Pinder.
I love John. He's a great guy. And honestly, I really think he's starting to hit his stride. I'm loving his call these days for the Flames.
Yeah, I told him he's doing a great job. He and Kelly have great chemistry. He was super happy to he's a he's a big barn burner guy, he says.
Love it.
We appreciate that.
Love it. Yeah.
Say hi to Pinder.
Well, Arash just told us that we are capable of running any organization.
Yeah, he said these people, it's all just, any buddies, pals, sons, uncles. They're all just faking it to make it. That's why they all have to wear the fancy suits. You got to
it's off the record, but I can tell you that Craig Conroy was on the phone with another NHL general manager this morning. So the wheels keep on turning.
Carson Soucy gonna be a great Flame. Yeah.
Or are they planning on their trip? Where are they going for the break?
No, I'm not sure how that.
Connie, why are you asking Danny Briere about the suite with the swim up pool? No, that's my travel agent. That wasn't
a
Briere.
picture of the two of them in their Speedos at all inclusive.
I asked him how broken up he was to lose that 7th rounder in 2028.
Yeah,
he'll get over it, I think. But a pick's a pick. You never know. Dustin Wolf was a 7th rounder, so you just never know.
Maybe in 2033, that guy's something. Who knows?
Yeah,
we won't be here.
No.
But, well, congrats to our winners. That's great.
And congrats to you.
Yeah, you
got out of the house again.
You're live on location reporter.
You're living it, man. You're doing it.
I'm like my dog that gets cold. I'm racing back home. Like he races to the beanbag chair in front of the fireplace. I can't get home soon enough.
This is the time where you do get to figure out what the range of your automatic start button is.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh yeah, like every minute, please. Like
stop and
I stay inside? Will it go on? Do I have to step outside?
Stop and get those things for our ears.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah. Could probably do that. Yeah, maybe. What's up for the rest of the day?
Well, somebody's phoning me.
Got kid hockey tonight.
Ontario?
Big game down in Acadia. And Aussie Nan's here. So she'll be into the Johnny Walker by 3 or 4, and she'll fall asleep on the ride home from the game. She's just gassed by then.
Yeah. Do you two get all drunk and giggly together?
No, she's too soon. I don't get into the sauce until she's down for the count.
Yeah, that's true. You're 3 a.m., she's 3 p.m.
Yeah. We're running the opposite shifts.
Yeah, your clocks are not aligned. Not aligned.
We'll see you tomorrow, big guy, okay?
All right, men.
Be well. Enjoy your Dryden hunt tonight, hey?
No Dryden hunt tonight, men. Sorry.
I know, disappointed you'd be about
that.
No
solo. No Dryden hunt. I don't know what that friggin' Husk is doing.
Come on, Husk.
Huska. And you know what? Huska had some very nice things to say as well. About us, about what we're doing.
Come on.
He did.
That is
buttering us up down there.
Exactly. Don't shit talk us, please. Is all he's
saying. Is that what it is? Yeah. Was I getting played?
Oh, big time. Yes.
Fucking Huska.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's sly, that guy.
Say it right.
Very sly.
Huska. I'm going back in there. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. I didn't even see it coming.
Leave the car running. See you, buddy.
All right. Bye, boys.
It's a good day. See what good spirits he's in when he doesn't have to deal with us all day?
Yep.
God, that's good for him. Jack's like, yeah, that is right.
Yeah.
It's way better.
Jack's never seen him that way.
No. He's a Jasper with his wife. He's up there for days before we saw him. Just hot pools, fireside cocktails, living the nice shop. And he's like, oh, you just stood to see the frown settle in. The resting boom face, is that what they call it? Speaking of Jasper, big thank you to our pals at Booster Juice and Yeti who had us a time up there. You know, that tournament is a ton of fun. Jack, you immediately after we lost in the final set the back call out for Rhett. We're like, we need Warner next year. We could beat these guys.
Yeah, I put Rhett down for next year right as soon as the
You
game
don't
ended.
get to.
He put you down. Now you might not show up. That's one of the things with Rhett.
That is also the factor
So-
you have to consider.
Putting him down, it's a start, but it certainly isn't the finish. We could have used the stay-at-home defenseman out there. If you don't know, Booster Juice, kind enough to give us the game pucks. We had a little ceremonial Booster Juice face-off before every game. They've got that app that's kicking butt. You get the berry points.
Berry points.
New Year. If you're not picking up smoking as a New Year's resolution, maybe eating better's one. That's a great place to do that.
Start there.
Also smoothies, all kinds of nutrients, good stuff in there, healthy. Maybe fuel your athletic career, Red.
Or what you think it to be. Yeah.
If you're a 9-year-old and you're pretty sure you're going to be a superstar, get that booster juice in you, right? Hell yeah. Big thank you to them. Get that Booster Rewards app today, and you can start earning those berry points. Delicious, nutritious smoothies, drinks, food, help you get through the day. Love that. Also, Yeti, check this out. We don't have Boom today. What do we have, Jack? We got our pal Big Red. Oh, now I am guessing. I don't know to be sure. Remember Dean was telling you that over at Yeti on the website, you get that AI. You can make custom logos.
AI's everywhere.
Look at the pond hockey logo we got on there. It says Jasper, Alberta Pond Hockey Tournament 2025. Now, I don't know if we had that made or Yeti made it for us, but it looked great. Big Red Yeti. So we're going to pretend to give this away to one of our viewers over the next 6 to 8 months. And this summer, one of us will have it in our backyard.
Yeah, it'll get someone will send out a picture and it'll be like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
It's a Pinder in the background.
That away. What? Didn't we have a winner for that?
What? They said they're giving that away. No, that is Pinder. That's bullshit.
He sounded boat with what?
I mean, it's great. It's built for the wild. You want to take this out on a camping trip? You want to get it out on the water?
It from me.
Take
I'll
it down
be
to
in
the beach.
wild.
Throw it in a snowbank. Built for all that. Good pals at Yeti. They know what's up. Crave the cold. Extend your ice time with hard-hitting gear that's built to honor the toughest sport on earth. Eh? Yeti.ca. Crave the cold. Built for the wild. They also have the cocktail gear. They got Valentine's themed stuff on the website. Check it out. It's fun. You don't have to buy like everything on the website like Dean, but you find a few little things that make your life a little better. So big shouts to those two for helping us out in Jasper. Here's the deal. What you really need to do is not play on the team because you don't want to, and I get that. You know who comes with this trip every year and doesn't play on the team? And Dean. And he just sits fireside and hammers double Caesars with beef jerky in them.
That sounds all right.
Delicious old fashions. They smoke it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You're watching hockey on TV at night, huge fireplace, all these little cabins everywhere.
That sounds
You got the
good.
hot pools.
Get the PJ. I'll be there.
You need the Connie thing.
I need, yeah.
You need to
Come
be
on,
our
Connie.
GM. Just some phony baloney upper management job. Do what Jerome's doing. What the hell's Jerome doing?
He's busy. He's
How busy?
He's evaluating.
He's evaluating.
The
Next wave.
Yep.
The youth are our futures.
And when Connie gets out of line, he goes in there and smarten up.
Connie, I said Solovia, not Miramanov. They're Diffinovs.
Do I have to stay here every day to watch over you? Jeez.
Come on, Connie. Solovia. That'll do it today. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be our final show before Super Bowl. So Jack will finally look at our playoff predictions so I can get some love around here. I think I might be the only one around 500 in playoff picks. It's been bad.
Yeah, the rest of us were horrible.
I was no good in championship weekend.
It's flip-flop.
But I was good till then, I think.
When you were horse shit during the year, weren't you?
I was above 500, but yeah. Dean had the nice push at the end. There was one year I couldn't get a game right for my life. I had to go full opposite George. Happens. Flames and Avs tonight. If you're at the Dome, enjoy it. Kale Makar, going to be a great Flame one day.
Double buttercorn.
Connie. Double buttercorn. And Dustin Wolf. We'll see if he'll avoid a third consecutive loss. We have not said that.
Don't
I
be
don't
a
think
sieve,
all
Wolf.
year. Has he lost 3 in a row all year?
Like the nacho guy, keep it simple. Don't be a sieve. It's
Don't
easy.
Be a sieve. He did lose 3 in a row. Don't do it again. See you, buddies.